Good morning. How are you all? So the topic is story writing. And you know writing a story is an art. Let's revise this art. Let me tell you first what is a story. A story is the telling of an event, either true or fictional, in such a way that the listener experiences or learns something just by the fact that he heard the story. So through story, you are learning something. And whenever you listen to a story, you should feel that you are a part of the story. A story is a means of transferring information, experience, attitude, or point of view. Every story has a teller and a listener. So a story gives you a lot of information. And in every story, there is a teller and a listener. Learning objective is, can I revise the topic through guided assessment? There are two types of stories, that is fiction and non-fiction. Now let me tell you what is a fiction. Fiction books are made up stories. Fiction is not real. So fiction is not a true story as I've told you before. It has got illustrations, pictures, characters, pretend and settings. And I've told you that setting is very important. Characters are important too. We learn a lot from illustrations and there are pretend too in a story. Fiction. So, fiction texts are texts made up by an author that are not true. So, a fiction is written by an author which is not a true story. Non-fiction are real books that tell, inform, teach and explain. So non-fiction are books that informs us, teach us and explains real things to us which are based on facts. Sports. Now come to some important story elements. Characters are there in the story elements. People, animals and things that think, feel and act. And setting is also there in the story elements. Where, when. So where is the story taking place is the setting and when it is taking place. Now the plot is very important. First there is the beginning, next there is the middle and last there is an end of the story. And you know this as you have read so many stories before. So it's very important to keep in mind the story elements while writing a story. Now, let's write a story. Yes, the story is a magic box found on the road. Now imagine yourself that you are outside your home and you are on the road. Now from the road, you are going to find a box. So in the first paragraph, you will describe the setting of the story. Where were you at that time? This will be the beginning. And you have to write the story using this outline. Where did you find the box? How did you find out it was a magic box? So now start imagining that you have found a box. Oh God, it was a magic box. Remember, we have read so many readers where the children are having a magic key. So this time you are in the story, you are a character of the story and you are going to find a magic box. After that you will tell, where was it lying on the road? Was it lying on the middle of the road? Was it lying at the corner? So you have to write this. How did it look like?
Then you will describe the appearance of the box. Okay, was it an old box, a rusty one, or was it a sparkling box, a new one? Then after that you will write, where did you take it? Come to the middle of the story. You have to write in the middle, what did you find inside the box? Maybe a thing which has got magic powers. Maybe it's a pair of flying wings, fairy wings, or it's a magic flying carpet, or it's a magic pencil. Then after that, you will write which magic powers did it have. Don't forget to describe how did you feel at that time. You have to write about your feelings. That is very, very important. Remember, always there is a problem in the middle of the story. So you have to write about the problem as well. So how did you use those magic powers and what was the problem? How did the problem arise at that time? After writing that, you will come to the end of the story. Then you will write, how was the problem solved? Did anyone help you in solving the problem? Or you solve it by your own? You have to write each and every detail. Details are very important in the story. And remember, I know you have used adjectives and verbs so many times. So, with the help of adjectives and verbs, you are going to complete your story. I know you can write the story very well. We did it so many times in the class. So this time I want a perfect and interesting story, Here are some sentence starters for you so that you can write an interesting story. I was on my way to home. It was getting dark. Having decided, with shaky hands, excitedly I grabbed, after a while, to my excitement. So you can start your sentences using these sentence starters. Now, come to the helping words. These words will help you in writing the story. If you want to describe the weather, you can use cloudy, raining. For the box, you can use heavy, shiny, sparkling, old or rusty. Scared, curious, afraid. Speechless, magic pencil, a pair of fairy wings, flying carpet. So when you got that thing, you can say that I was glad. And you kept this thing as a secret. Magic powers, problematic, disappeared, astonished, grateful. So when the problem was solved, you were grateful. You can use this word, apologized, regretted. So all these words will help you in writing a perfect story. Now come to the question. The question is, write a short story with 3 paragraphs beginning, middle, end on the topic a magic box found on the road using the given outline. You will do this work in your creative writing notebook, and if you don't have your notebook, you can do it on loose paper sheets. Goodbye and have a nice day.